The church is the people, and so I think I love most just the amazing people that I've got to meet over these past 3 years, people that just love to volunteer or spend a lot of time in prayer or just be involved in our regular parish life or school life. And so I think what I love most about our parish, just the passion that you see in our teachers, our staff. It is a special vocation to be in education, and so I just love the passion and zeal, the heart that all of our staff puts into what they do. And of course, the little kids just make you smile every day. I can't go past the playground without 100 kids yelling my name, and so just the joy of our children, the passion of our teachers. Can't help but know them at Most Pure Heart of Mary, because they're so involved in every corner of our parish. I think they've been involved in every ministry that we have at some point or another. My first experience with Bruce and Connie right when I got here was Bruce has been on our finance council forever. And then also they were very involved in our One Heart campaign and the new edition of the church. And so I got to intimately work with them through those two means, and I just have valued their input, their support of our parish. And so they kind of model for us in a beautiful way just how to give back to a parish, both their time, their talent, and their resources. And so they are such an amazing couple in our parish. But I think my favorite memory was just getting to build a new edition with them. So I valued their input, their ideas as we began to design the new entryway. So just getting to walk with them on that journey and hearing their love for the parish, love for our church. I think that will be the memory that I cherish the most.
I grew up in Hutchinson, Kansas, south central part of the state, from a family of 9. I attended Wichita State for college, went to work for the local utility right out of college there in Wichita, and I guess worked there there and its successor companies for 40 years. It's there that I met Connie at work. So.
And I grew up in Kennewick, Washington, which is in the southeast part of the state. Went through school there and part of my college, and then I worked on nuclear power plants doing cost engineering. So then I moved to different plants. When I moved here to Wichita, I met Bruce, and then we were married the next year. So, and then I went to Wichita State also. Go Shocks.
What brought us to Topeka was the company I worked for, the local electric utility, was acquired, so there was a merger. So my job was transferred to Topeka. So when we came here, that's when we joined Most Pure Heart of Mary. So we have 3 children, and the oldest is in Courtney, is in just outside of Phoenix, Arizona, married with 3 children. The middle child, daughter, also is in Lake Charles, Louisiana, married with 3 children. Well, Zachary, when we moved to Topeka, Zachary was just starting school, and so we put Zachary in Most Pure Heart of Mary. So he started in kindergarten, went through the 8th grade, and then he went on to his 4 years at Hayden High School. So we elected to go with the Catholic education because I went to grade school at Catholic school, and I found and I've always believed that it provided a very sound educational background, academic support and background. And then I like the opportunity for the students, as they learn the regular reading, writing, and arithmetic, to also learn about religion and their Catholic faith and their ability to practice that Catholic faith without concerns for offending others that we have in our society today.
So when we first moved here, so Zach was in kindergarten, so I volunteered in Mrs. Holthouse's classroom. I volunteered in the library, and I volunteered in doing all the input for the Sunday collections. So I got to know a lot of the people. For the first couple years, Bruce was known as Connie's husband or Zach's dad. Now it's Bruce's wife. So, and then a couple years later, they asked me to be the chairperson for Catholic Charities. And so I was on Catholic Charities for 2 years. Time and talent, you just give back what you have. You may not be high on the treasure part, but you can just give back.
But I've always felt and believed that if you are part of an organization, if you actively participate in that organization, you better understand its internal workings, why it exists, what it's meant to do, and you are more willing to actively participate, both with your time, your talent, and your treasure. And it's one of those that in your early years, especially when those of us that are as you're a little bit younger, when you have more kids in your nest, your treasure is generally a little harder to provide, but your time and talent, and we need a lot of that in a lot of the activities that go on within a parish or a school or other organizations even outside of this. Whether it's your child's soccer or baseball team or dance group or whatever, they all need the active parental support and participation. Gala provides an opportunity for parishioners, those that support, definitely that support school, the Catholic school, to come together and learn more about what's going on. Also provides us a great opportunity to see those other parish families that we don't otherwise see because we're all locked into our own weekly Mass time. Generously providing the funds that and stepping up. There's a lot of families that need some additional support, and this is the opportunity to do that, provide some of that resource funding to help some of those families that need a little bit of help with that tuition, which is always a challenge. And it's also fun to watch some of those groups that kind of compete for that special little puppy or other big event or item on the agenda.